It's hard to find real deals in a seller's market. That's a market where there is low inventory, i.e. number of homes for sale, and high demand, i.e. number of active buyers. And in Toronto, we've been in a seller's market for over the past decade. However, even in the most active markets, there are homes that are either underappreciated, undermarketed, or for one reason or another are overlooked. If you're working with a limited budget and have criteria wants that can be loosened slightly, shopping some of these homes will put you in a much better position to get great value. So all you buyers out there, hold on to your butts because I'm going to talk about some of the few ways that you can eke out an advantage in a seller's market. Hey everyone, Jonathan Lee here, real estate sales representative based out of Toronto, here to help out buyers and sellers maximize their value propositions. Do me a favor and smash that like button, it helps with the algorithms. And if you're looking to continue watching more great content on real estate and stuff in Toronto, please hit the subscribe button as I got a ton of more great videos coming down the line. Now let's get into it. Over the years that I've worked as a sales representative, I've found that generally speaking, home buyers make the decision to buy or move rationally. You know, they're going through a life change, getting married, have a growing family, maybe they have too much house or too little house, whatever it is, it generally makes a lot of sense. However, people tend to choose the home that they're gonna buy emotionally. They see a home and they immediately start to imagine the life that they're gonna live in that house, all the events and activities they're gonna host, and potentially raising a family in that home. Now, this shouldn't come as a big surprise, but it's a rule of thumb that the most beautiful homes will attract the most attention, which will solicit the most number of offers and tend to sell for the most amount of money, which is generally the top end of market value and sometimes even beyond that. Real estate is an asset and in many ways is a commodity. Nevertheless, the most beautiful and unique homes have been decommoditized and instead offer a visual for what a buyer might be able to live in that space. Beautiful homes tend to attract multiple offers, and this increased competition entices buyers to submit strong emotional bids for fear that their dream is slipping out of their fingers, if that makes sense. When on a limited budget, it's these types of situations that you want to avoid if possible, especially when you feel the pressure of improving your offer over a very narrow time window, which is almost impossible to not get emotional about. With that said, there are overlooked or undermarketed homes on the real estate market that with the proper navigation of the opportunities, a bit of time, and potentially some elbow grease might yield some excellent value. If you're open to doing a bit of work before moving in, there are some diamonds in the rough that can be fixed up on a budget. For more ideas on this, you should check out my video for 8 affordable renos. Look for a property that is a bit less desirable or needs a bit of work. These types of homes are more commoditized and don't tend to pull the heartstrings of potential buyers as much, leading to less interest and less competition. These might be homes that are painted in dark or eccentric colors where the listing photography doesn't do the home justice. But painting a home is one of the cheapest ways to improve it. Homes with less desirable features include those on main streets, those close to construction, those close to train tracks, those close to churches or commercial properties, or with small or oddly shaped lots. Other areas of opportunity include undermarketed properties, those with dark or low quality photography, such as those taken with a cell phone, or listings that have very limited photography, or those with messy interiors. Often the photos don't actually do the house justice, leading to less attraction into the actual home itself. Houses that are taking offers anytime is another area of opportunity. It allows the buyer to act quickly, be the first one to see the home, submit an offer, potentially negotiate back and forth, and not have to compete for the property. There are also homes that have a very short marketing period before having an offer date. Fewer days on market means fewer chances for a buyer to have gone through the home, means fewer potential buyers submitting offers on their offer date. Houses that are listed very low but are open to taking bully offers or preemptive offers. This gives the buyer a chance to see it early in the marketing period and submit an offer that is at the lower end of market value, but of course still above the listing range. The listing agent has an obligation to present any offer that is submitted as long as the seller is able to receive it. And we never know how the listing agent will be advising their client. However, it's possible that the seller may see the offer even if it's at the low end of market value and consider it good enough. Homes that have been sitting on the market for a long time. Most buyers will have written the home off and no longer see them as a viable solution. It's possible the home does have issues, or in other instances, the home might be overpriced. However, behind the scenes, it's possible the buyer is getting antsy and is open to taking an offer that is significantly below list price and perhaps even below what it's worth. Listings that have recently expired. These are homes that are no longer on the market, so to speak. However, often the seller is still motivated to sell. Sometimes going in there and negotiating after the fact allows you to contend for the home without any competition. At other times, there are actually market events that can work in your favor as a buyer. Neighborhoods that suddenly have a surge in inventory. This tends to be a pretty random event, but it does happen. There could be a neighborhood that typically would sell only, say, 12 homes a year, suddenly have 6 homes go up for sale within a week of each other. This tends to give buyers a sense that there is and will continue to be a lot of inventory in that neighborhood in the near future. In that instance, submitting an offer on the number 4 to 6 option in that list actually gives you a really strong chance to contend for the home. The less pretty property that has the same list price and same offer date as other more beautiful homes in the neighborhood. This one is very strategic and requires a close study of the market. Many buyers believe that their dollar will go further if they submit an offer on the more beautiful home. So by submitting an offer on the less pretty property, you as a well-educated buyer has a much higher chance of contending and potentially winning the offer date. A lull in the market. This can happen nearly any time and is not very predictable. A lull can be described as a sudden drop-off in the number of active buyers out in the market. This can be caused by poor weather leading up to an offer date, a holiday or a long weekend where a number of buyers just end up temporarily leaving the market. It can also be caused by external events where buyers are just distracted and put their home search on hold, such as in the case for the election. Seasonally speaking, there are also sometimes opportunities in the dead of summer or right before Christmas. Often buyers are trying to get their last rays of sunshine in the summer or trying to prep for Christmas and are too busy to focus on their home search. Properties that are being sold by an out-of-town agent also sometimes works in the buyer's favor. These agents might not be in touch with what's happening in the local neighborhood or the momentum or speed that the local market is moving in, and may not actually be able to advise their sellers even when an offer comes in that is slightly below market. To wrap up, it's difficult identifying these opportunities without having an expert on your side to help point them out to you. If you're a buyer searching for your next home on your own and are looking for some guidance, you should really consider hiring an experienced agent to help you out. For those looking in the Greater Toronto area, you can reach me on my website at JonLeeHomes.ca, by phone or text at 647-983-0770, or by email at JonLeeRealEstate@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and check back soon for the next one.